right, everybody. Yeah, welcome back to the mothhawk project. So, as you probably have noticed, the stream didn't wanted to do the original way, so I had to do it the other way around. So, oh well, it happens. It happens. It happens. So what I'm gonna be doing now today is very easy. I'm gonna be just doing the thing that I wanted to do in the first place, which is working on this. So what we're gonna do today is very easy. We're gonna pick up this color again, work our way down from here to here, then put in the secondary color and do the shading of it. And then we can see if we can need to do another part of this. So yeah, no further ado, let's get started, shall we? Blah. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it has been some time today. Yesterday was actually quite fun, and today I actually made myself some stew. Oh well, soup. Let's put it that way. So I'm hoping that the soup is gonna be looking good. Sorry about this strange tool thing. It's because of I am using the I have been using some I have been working on some bits here and there today on a flyer that I actually wanted to get done before the event is going to start. It's a flyer to make, run school president, even though there is no school president. So it's quite funny. Oh well. Let's see. So most of these things that what I'm doing right now is just adding in the colors a bit here and there, and then move on from there on. So it should be all fine. It's very relaxing, that's for sure. It's a shame that the OBS is still crashing on me like it's no tomorrow. So probably gonna be doing something about it. Probably. It's just a real bummer. Let's put it that way. A real bummer. I think I will try to test something out tonight. So I'm probably gonna be switching around the license of like, yeah, I do not like to have OBS being connected to my account, and then see if that works. Not overwriting the stuff and therefore causing the problem of dual data not to be arriving. That I hope that will fix the issue. If not, then well, I'm gonna be probably a little bit confused. A little bit, just a tiny bit, I think. But for the rest, it's all fine. It's all fine. We're working back on the mothhawk project, which is good. So that's all good. I technically should have sent it out some links over there, but I can still do that, and I will do that because of reasons beyond my recognition. I think it is one of the smartest moves. I think it will be. So let's just do that by pressing this button and doing this like this, and then boom, there it is. And then, that should be working. All right. Alrighty then. Almost there, and then we could, do the little thing. There you go. All right, good. Now we can just move on. Nice. So, no, almost forgot. Need to put the thing on there just to see the comments. Don't tell me I changed. No, I didn't change. Good. So yeah, today I made some soup. It's of course not the best soup in the world. It is just shrimp soup. So shrimp. If anybody has ever tasted lobster soup before, it's lobster clam soup. Something like that, but then more of a, how do you say, a more gentle touch to it. So it's less salty. It's just more eggish. Yeah, and that's more the taste of it. It tastes like egg with the mushrooms, so it should be fine. But it is very tasty, and I made a pretty much of a big much of it. So, and I was like, yeah, that's a little bit too much. I was not knowing if it was too much, if I would have, done it like once, but now I have like for what, $2, additional $2? Yeah, additional $2. I actually made like half for 3 people. I made the soup, I think. Of course, it's quite difficult to make the soup. One of the things that is actually quite difficult is that you need to realize, like, all right, yeah, I need to first bake the shrimp and then cook it, so that the shrimp, because the shrimp is not going to be fully warmed up, it's just warmed up soup. So it should be, it's not even boiling too much, because if it's boiling, it's bad. So yeah. Well, at least, I don't have a pan to prevent boiling from happening, like, big time. Oh boy, it's one of the most worst things that could ever happen in my kitchen. Like, oh, I'm boiling something, and then suddenly everything goes to smithereens, like it blows up into my face. That's a real thing that can happen because of the amount of pressure on the plate itself, on the pan itself, causes it. Because it's not a natural way of boiling it, so it only comes from down below instead of from also the sides, which causes the boiling to be quite rapid instead of, gentle boiling upwards, like, oh, this is getting warm and warmer and warmer. No, it's like instant speed heat up. And yeah, it works pretty well. I tell you this, it's amazing at heating up things. Whoa. But boiling things, it has some issues. And today I actually had my yogurt drink finished, so had that all up and running. So that's all good. The yogurt drink is actually now, I finally finished it up. Like, yesterday I took some of it, and then today I was actually finishing it up. So I had to also buy some new drink to, uh, well, get a new drink every day. Just don't know which one always. It's like, oh, which one is now in the apartment of is cheap, and then I'm like, all right, this one is cheap, and then I pick that one. That's how I always choose them. I'm not very picky when it comes to drinks. It's most likely like, well, this has vitamins in it. All right, I'll take it. And then this one, okay, I'll take it as well. It's very easy going. All right, now we can move towards this place again. So yeah, I have been working on. Let's move backwards to where I was with the flyer thingy. So yeah, I have been working on the flyer thingy, and that is actually looking quite well already. I'm now trying to figure out like what I want to add towards it. Like I have a very plain background, and I want to make something fun out of it. Like I want this to be like a celebration of days and days to come. I want to make sure that everybody, votes, even though they cannot vote because there is no voting. It's like I want you to vote for me, and then you cannot vote for me. It's like, all right, so what's the catch? Well, there is no catch. It's just a silly thing I want to do at that convention. So it's funny. For my end, at least. Also, probably gonna get some lots of candy with me then, big time, because I'm very fond of candy. And going to a convention without candy, whoa, that's gonna be draining your health like no tomorrow. Well, candy is also gonna drain your health, but in a different way. If you cannot if you don't use the sugar, that is. Which in most cases I will use anyway, because the sugar is actually quite easy to use and process, so therefore, because I'm using too much energy on thinking and talking to other people, yeah, I will have enough energy to make sure that that is gonna go straight down the drain. So yeah, I'm gonna be making sure that if I do something like that, I will bring along some extra candy. It's like, having a reserve of energy without, getting, how do you say that? How do you say that? Wine? Ooh, grapes. Yeah, there you go. Instead of using grape sugar. There you go. I knew the word. Grapes. Ugh. It's a very strange word compared to mine. It's like, ooh, well, what is this? You have druiven, or if you have the grapes. It still has the gr in it, but it has not the a. It's now, instead of that, it's almost sounding like pigeons. Duiven, druiven. See it? It's almost sounding like pigeons to me. All right. So, As you can see, we're almost getting there. We're getting close towards the end trail of our great and glorious drawing. And then, we're gonna add in the, oh, well, we're not there yet, but once we're at that, we're gonna add in the darker color, then the lighter color, and then after that, we're gonna add in the, and then we can move on, actually, technically. Yeah, we could. Definitely. Oh, do I want to have an update upon this? No, I do want to actually, just add in the light and dark color and then, add the shading and then be it. That would be the best option, by the way. It's not the biggest option, but it's the best option because it looks pretty then afterwards. So yeah, a lot of stuff happening and I like it. I like how, this all is happening right now. Like, you have this very softly drawn and then this very rough one, which needs to be blurred out because of, how do you say that? This needs to be blurred out because of it, but also it's the background, so therefore, yeah, blurring it out would be a smart move. Or at least, partially. That would be the best. Of course, I need to do this in a fully functional way, so I need to do first, I need to have everything, and then I need to do the blurring, so therefore, I won't use an overlapping amount of blurring, which caused the white dots to appear the last time I used it. And preventing that would be a very, very smart idea. Anyway, I hope you're already enjoying the side of what I'm doing right now. It's just, adding in the bog a bit, here and there, add bog, and then, move onwards to the next part. It's always the same thing, but, it's bog. It might not look like much, but trust me, it's a lot of work that, comes into this. And the more you do it, the better it gets. And the more you do it, the better it will become. And yeah, I'm very happy upon it, I'm very happy upon knowing if such things can work, If I didn't knew that, such things would be working well, I would already regret my decision upon using it, but right now, it works fine. It's not the best, of course, but it works fine for its purpose. It's a big chunky amount of detail that needs to be drawn in anyway, so, making sure that all of that is drawn by, drawing the wood in such a way, in such a manner that it's almost hypnotic to look at because, it's everywhere, it's different. It's a smart move. It's a move to make sure that the eye is moved about it. There. In a way of like, oh, that's pretty. Yeah, I give you $20 for it. Something like that, probably. But yeah, it's good to have this. It's always important to make sure that when you draw things, when you give things color, when you create things, you always need to make sure that you are knowing what kind of style you're going for anyway. So the more you learn about how to use a style, the better you get at it. For instance, on the flyer, I had like only 2 hours necessary to realize the idea and how to do it properly, which I'm very happy about. I am absolutely terrible. Yeah, at making sure that the place is well spent. So, now what? Well, when I have the flyer fully done, which is probably tomorrow, I'm now working on the background. So then after that, I will work on the letters. So I will try to like figure out like, what do I want on it? What do I want on the flyer to vote for people for me? Like, if you vote for me, what would you get out of it if you were on the same school as me? Well, technically the school is going to be a magical school, so therefore, you should technically have something happening, like maybe honeycode pancakes every Tuesday at the cafeteria. Ooh, that would be a very good one, by the way. Because, well, you have the badger as an you have the badger as the mascot already, so therefore, you should definitely use something with honey. It's very cool. And Tick Tie Tuesday, that's a very fun one as well, because it is a very good reference and it is a very fun little wordplay. Something silly like that is actually very already mooting towards like, oh man, that is a guy I would work for. That's a guy that I would vote for. Yes. So yeah, making sure that that is working and as intended, making sure that my campaign is running. After that, I also need to probably make a goddamn how do you say that? A goddamn speech. I need to run a goddamn speech, so I should definitely prep myself also a speech. And I know that I am not the best one if I want to run for a school president. I definitely need to make sure that the speech is like it's supposed to be. So introduction, blah 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 blah, and making sure that all works. I have no idea if I'm gonna pull that one off, but oh boy, it's gonna be very strange to look at a speech that I wrote myself. Like, well, that's a spelling mistake. Oh boy, that's a spelling mistake. Because when you have a flyer, it's much more easier to make sure that the spelling mistakes don't exist. Because, well, it's like, I have this word, and this word that I need to be taking very good look at before I'm making sure that it's applied. So, it should be fine. It should be fine. It's just very hard sometimes to make sure that things like that work. All right. So, how far are we at this actually? I hope I'm already far enough. Yeah, probably enough already. Almost this close. So yeah, gotta make sure that ooh, I could technically. No, wait, the schedule won't work either if I added it in, right? If I added it, it would not work because of the schedule thing. Yeah, the schedule still bugs out. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I was a little bit sidetracked up on like, all right, since that only live streaming works, then why does the schedule not work? Then, well, you know, probably it's an override thing that causes all of this to happen anyway. Today I also watched some anime anyway. Oh, well, I watched the anime. I was very fond of it, and I was very like, nice, this could actually really happen, and I like it. Some little bit of realism towards it. It's like, you know, having a whole thing about how to teach people how to use finances. Even though it's absolutely not aimed at it. It's very fun. But yeah, I like it. I really like it. So, what do I not like? Well, what I don't like is screaming babies in an airplane. Yep. I had them once, twice, 3 times, I believe. 3 times when I went with an airplane, I had screaming babies at the airplane. They are not fun at all. Especially if you're sitting next to them. It's like, whoa. Luckily, you know, they have headphones, so that's not the problem. It's just like, dear God, you brought a baby on a plane. Yep, that thing is going to be guaranteeing to cry. Why? Because of the air pressure. The air pressure actually hurts your ears, so if a baby is going to get your ears hurted, then good luck. Yeah. Oh well. It happens. It happens. And, yeah. That's most of the things that I don't like. Well, I do also like not, how do you say that? Apple syrup. Yeah, apple syrup. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like apple syrup on bread or any other things. What I do like, however, is sugar syrup. It's like, oh my God. So you like grape syrup, but you like grape syrup, but you don't like apple syrup. Yeah. The main difference with apple syrup compared to grape syrup is that apple syrup is a little bit more bitter, and I actually prefer the sweetness instead of the bitterness. I'm a very sweet person when it comes to eating. I like sweet stuff, but yeah. Some food is not very sweet. Some food is very sour even. I had that once. Rhubarber. Never, 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 never put it into a soup. Never. I did it once. I thought it was like, oh, this would taste like the same as pak soy. It didn't. It absolutely didn't. It totally overthrew the stew which caused in the main problem that everything was tasting so sour that I could not put myself to like, this is great. I am now literally frowning every single time I bite. And then sometimes I was like, oh God. Yeah, so yeah, it's not a very good thing. It's not smart to put a vegetable in there that actually causes the whole dish to be ruined. Who would have known? Not me. Until you finally realize it, and then you are like, "Well, I'm not gonna, never gonna touch that again. Maybe in a salad, but stand still. No, just no. It's good for eating like raw. If you like, you don't, you like don't want to crunch on something. Yep, you could do that, but oh boy, you don't want to put it into a stew. No, you don't want to put it into a stew. It's big mistake uno number one. Yep. Main problems always happening when you are least expecting it, especially when you're trying to make stew. It's like, what you want to make? I want to make stew, but the stew is gonna be ruined if you do it. I'm like, exactly. Okay, so I need to put this in there. Oh, I can put it then this way. No, I cannot. I need to put this into a separate layer and then do the thing again. And then I need to merge it. Alright, fine, I guess. Fine. Fine with me. Alright, we're gonna make it now look nice and cozy. We're gonna make it nice and cozy looking. So first things first, we need to make sure that you have a little bit of a darker tone towards this tree. Like this. And then add this in there. Making that one happening like that. Put this in there as well. Lucky for me, I actually have the way to do it, so that's always good. So now we need to just put it here. I also think I overdid it with the rebels, but it should be fine. Oh boy, that is indeed a lot. 28 then ideally. Yes, alright. Now we need to make sure that this is containable, so we need to go for like this maybe. Here a bit, 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 here a bit. Let's see if this works. There we go. Alright. Well, that looks already a lot more better. Now we just need to make sure that it's not fully contained, so we need to make it 76 maybe? Yeah, 76 would be good. That way it actually filters in with the background. Nice. Alright, where is it again? There it is. Alright, and then we're gonna move it here as well. This should fix it, I believe. So if we now add in the light color again, then that should work a bit. And it doesn't need that though, it needs only here a bit. So I want to be like naturally. Here I want some bits, here I want some bits, here I want some bits, and here I want some bits, and here. Now I've done that, I can now add in the merge tool, and that should fix it. Yes, it only makes a spark on it. Nice. It makes it outstanding. Yeah, and that's exactly what I was hoping for. And now if we look at this, oh, prettiness. I like it. That's a tree, alright? That's a fucking tree. I like it. 2 different trees, 2 other trees, yeah. And then, you know, and then if we then add in the, if we now add in the trees and we put like a filter on it, I'm gonna put the filter on it just to show you what I mean. We add the filter on it, filter, and then we're gonna put in the blur filter, and then it is all looking. See? Told you. Looks already pretty enough. So we can put it like 10 maybe even. Yeah, 10 would also work. Good. So these trees are now 10. That means that if I now erase them a bit, they would not show up that much, and I can, you know, give wherever I need to be putting those trees around. Yeah. All right. Good. Looks lovely. All right. Cool. Nice. So yeah, I have achieved my goal for today, and then tomorrow I will be starting with the other 2 that I need to do. So one near the lag, and the other one is near the tree itself. So one needs to be done again, and then the other one needs to be drawn, and then we can then finally move into the background. And then we're almost there. We're almost this close to finishing off this big thing. So I'm very happy upon that. All right. No further ado. Thank you all for watching, and I hope we'll see you all next time. Until then, I want to wish you all a lovely day, and bye!